And thank you so much for coming back for another episode of Pivotal Moment. I'm Queen Sticky in Boston, and we are back with Tolu Samuels, 6'7", for our 10-minute countdown. Tolu is a rising senior preparing to go off to college. Tolu was recently in the Chicago Tribune, and let me read you the title. It was A Rising Sun, Tolu Samuels, who grew from 5'11" to 6'7", takes control as Hillcrest wins the Big Dipper. They blew them out. And then Tolu said this. He said, that's what I love to do. So I wanted to ask Tolu to describe his performance in the game. How did you lead your team to victory?
My performance in that game started off a little rough. The first couple quarters, I didn't really score as much as I usually should be, but I was in there playing defense and rebounding. So my teammates just saw that and was like, well, he's rebounding. He's still going to put in the dirty work. Let's all roll out and just win this, because we lost it last year. So we knew that this year we had to come with something on our back. So I just feel like that just gave us a lot of confidence to just win this year, gave us motivation.
And he has a lot of confidence. He has a lot of motivation. I watched him play last night. He was off the chain. Can I say that if I'm still under Tony, guys. So you have achieved an incredible growth spurt, 6'7" now. How does that impact your game and your tools' ability to win?
I feel like that impacts my game by just stretching the floor out. So I was always a shooter, small, dribble a lot, but now that I'm tall, I can rebound, block shot, and still shoot. So I just feel like that creates a mismatch on the court, that it's going to be someone bigger but slower than me guard me, and I'm still be able to move quick. So I feel like it just makes the team a lot better, that we can have someone that can score and rebound at the same time in the court, instead of having to put a scorer in and then a rebounder in. So we can have best of both worlds, basically.
I want to ask you this about the media coverage, because like we said, he was just in the Chicago Tribune, great headline. How do you respond to the media attention, Tolu? Has it changed you, or how do you respond and still keep your game going so well?
I wouldn't say it changed me. I just feel like I just be always humble with it. Like, I don't think too much about it or get a hot head, because I know like this game can take away from you at any time. So I just stay humble and just know that I have more work to put in, because I'm not where I need to be at. So I always like congratulate myself, and just like the media, I'll say thank you for it, but I don't make it get to my head or think too much about it.
He doesn't think too much about it, because at 6'7", he's got a lot of hype over all of us. So he is beyond where we all can see. So let me ask you about your coaching your teammates. How have they responded to your size, and how has that impacted the game for the team?
I feel like from last year, just confidence a lot. Like last year, I was about 6'4", 6'5", and I was just more of a shooter. But this year, they just realized I grew longer, taller, 6'7". I rebound more. I play more confident. It just makes us like just gel as a team better. Like we always have that extra dude that's always going to put in the extra rebounds, blocks, and still score points to add to the scoreboard. So it's just like they just love as me as a player.
And I want to talk a little bit more about that, because he was killing it on the rebounds the other night. Tell me more about your defensive game now with your height, and how that is helping your team to score, helping the opponent not to score.
I just feel like just being longer and taller, like I can get my hands in passing lanes, get steals, block shots, and defensive rebound. And when they just see a person that comes with them that's quick, agile, and long, they don't always want to go and score. They're more going to want to pass the ball. So I just feel like I can just stretch the floor more and just make it more havoc for the other team to score the ball.
Ooh. How do you maintain your agility on the court and prevent or deal with injuries?
I would just say that I just condition a lot and work out more, because if you do something once and you don't do it a lot, your body's not going to be used to it. But as long as you stay in the gym, working out, condition yourself, eat what you should be eating, like little hurts and pains, they'll come and go, but you just have to push through it, because you know what you're really in it for. So you just have to stay on the court and just keep on doing what you have to do.
That's endurance, and that is maturity. Are you sure something?
Yeah.
A lot like a older mindset, but that is good, and that's what you need on a team actually. And so I want to talk to you about the team performance in the Evergreen Furt game, where you scored 17 points. Tell me about those 17 points and your ability to make those tough shots during that game.
It just went in just confidence, because we have three very well scored on my team: Quinta Hetty, Darion Baker, and Bryce Tillery. So they were having a rough game and starting off slow. So I just felt like, as that, my coach told me go in the middle, and just when you see the rim, go attack. So I just felt like it was a time for me to just step up and score more, because I'm not always the scoring guy on the team, but I felt like that night I was just on fire, basically. So I just kept on taking the shots, and they were just luckily going in, so I just kept on taking them.
You were like in the zone.
Yeah.
Like that happens though, and that had a wonderful outcome for you and for your team. And so I want to ask you about what is going to be next, because I know you've gotten a lot of interest from college football. They see your height, they see your game, they see the spurt, they see the impact on the board and what your team is able to do with you. But you haven't committed yet. So tell me what ideally you would like to have in the program that ultimately you find is for you.
Just basically coach that like me for who I am. Just a family-oriented group. Just a team that wants my play style. I don't have to go there and change up my play style. I could just play how I want. And then it'll just feel like home, just not too far from home, make me feel like I'm not wanted there or loved, but I just want a coach that believes in me and just like me being around as a player and a student.
I think that is so important. He is so well-rounded and differentiates you from all of the folks who are out there waiting to sign on. What is it about him, Tolu?
I just feel like just being agile as a wing, just be able to be tall, rebound, block shots, and also score and dribble. You don't get a lot like that. Sometimes you'll get a tall guy that can only rebound and block shots, but they're not as quick, can score. And then you'll get a guard that's not as big to block shots. But I feel like I just have both as a player, just growing up that tall, that quickly, that I didn't lose nothing in my game. I just only gained from there. So I just feel like that would just put me on top of over dudes that I can't do both like I can.
What's been the response really from your coach and from the players? How have they had to adapt, and do you have any lessons that they now tell you because of that?
That I feel like they adapted well. That it's just like more of a that we have to keep him more in the game longer to help us win. Because if he's in there rebounding, blocking shots, and scoring, we're gonna need that in the game anyway. So instead of taking one dude out to score and putting one in to defend, I just do both on the court. So it just makes them leave me in the game longer, just be able to help my team in any way that I can.
Are a team player. Like, I watched you last night, and the fans are like, "Oh my God, I can hear them go." And so it is more than just one person. It's a team sport, and really are a team player. That's something that not all players are going to see back already. So let's talk about the profession of basketball. Who do you see in the NBA that are most inspired by, and tell me why?
Kevin Durant, just because of how tall he is. Yeah. He stands at about 6'11", 7 foot, but he still plays just like a guard, dribbles the ball, leading the team, scoring, getting to his spots, just being longer, and just on defense, always killing on the glass, blocking shots. And he's always going to have like a big dude guarding that's slower, but he's just too quick and agile to like just get past him. So I just like want to model my game like that, just like him.
I saw this at the game. These younger kids, right? Who are looking at you. They're looking at your teammates. They're looking at the sport. And oh my goodness, this is great. So how do you advise them, like what they need to do to kind of elevate their game as they are progressing through the sport as you have?
To just always stay in the gym, just always work hard, that nothing's going to be given to you, and that you just have to work hard for what you want, that you might not always be the tallest dude on the court or the fastest, but as long as you work hard and do what you have to do, that you're always going to be fine. So just keep on believing in yourself and just stay in the gym.
So I've seen the film, I've seen the crossovers, I've seen the rebounders in the defensive, I've seen the pointing or the shots on the side. Let me ask you this about what we don't see on the film, right? Because the film is going to give us the score and its stats and it's the numbers, height, weight, all that. But tell me what is not on the film that any coach watching was now would want to know about.
Team player that I'm always never talking down on my teammates or saying like they're not doing good. I'm always uplifting on the court, being vocal, just talking to my team. Good job, you get it next time. Just always being that person that's always just happy on the court, smiling, funny, just the guy that everybody loves. So I just never want to be negative around my teammates, just make them feel like they're not doing good or I'm not proud of what they're doing. So yeah, that's what I bring. That's not on film.
I just love that. And I think that that is such an important trait. And so I want to ask you this because we are in a gym. We happen to be in the gym of Tolu's church, my church. And I want to ask him about faith because his name has something to do with that. So tell me about that and tell me how the part of your faith, how that impacts your game.
Just always, it's different. That it means God is sovereign, that it's God's final say. So that's what it means in Yoruba, which is located in Nigeria. So like, I just use the faith as like, just on the court, I pray before every game. Thank God for everything he's done for me. Because I feel like without God, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I always keep a piece of him with me. And I just know that his blood is always covering me and that whenever I step on the court, that he's always going to be with me. He'll let nothing bad happen to me and just always believe in him. So that's what
we talked about a lot this afternoon, Tolu. Is there something else that we didn't cover that you think could be especially helpful for any coach that is watching? And actually, let me ask you this. Let's end it this way. So this time next year, I will be doing what? Fill in the blank for it.
This time next year that I'll be at a college that wants me for me, and that I'll just be helping my team just hopefully win a championship. That I'll go down there, do what I have to do in this class and on the court, and just be able to just be an asset to the team, not a liability. It's like you don't need them. Something that will just like always be on the court helping the team, and that will win a state championship.
And so he will. And I did mention Tolu's family, so I want to ask him a question about family because there was a crowd in the stands for you. Everybody had on number 3. How does family help you, and your mom, your sister in particular, to be and maintain who you are?
That they just always give me the confidence to just like be yourself and just we're always gonna be proud of you. Like no matter what you choose to do, no matter what you do, that they always believe in me, and I'll just go out there and just play with confidence. So I feel like without my support system, my family, that I wouldn't be where I am. I would feel like no one is with me or no one like supports me, but just knowing that they're there just makes me keep going every day.